All right, my friends. So let's get some solutions to this first optional homework for grade. This is the road you saw me riding my bike up in that first video. Rise of 46 feet as a run of 260 feet. So we'll use my favorite calculator, Google. A lot of you probably just did 46 divided by 260, pressed enter, and got 18%, which is totally fine. What I think is kind of cool about Google is if you put in units, it'll deal with them. Sometimes. It doesn't always deal with things correctly. I've discovered a few of those actually in my Math 98 classes occasionally. But as far as it's something simple like this, where you're just doing linear feet divided by linear feet, it will do the division of the feet properly so that you get the unitless number that grade should be. And I think, yep, we just answered number 2 as well. Both the rise and the run were in the same unit. Why is it important? Because if you're doing the math, you have to have a unit-less ratio when you're done. And the only way for that to happen is to make sure you take care of the units by dividing them off. So they have to divide off, and the only way to have that is if they're the same. Convert both of these measurements in number 1 to meters and then recalculate the grade, depending on how you round the conversion. So I put a W on this for show work. I intended for you to actually show work on the conversion, but I didn't specify that. So let's do this first. 46 feet in meters. You're going to know that Google is a wonderful, there's meters. And another window, I'm going to do 260 feet in meters. Okay, and that's that. And then I'm going to open another window over here, and I'm going to divide that rise, which is 14 blah blah meters, divided by that run. And there you go. 18%, just like it was, and it looks like we get a pretty close to the exact same number. Definitely good enough for a sign. All right, number 4 I can't do with you, although I kind of did it in the video. So a lot of you took the picture of your stairs, which was great. Some of you put your pictures of your dogs and your kids in it, which I thought was awesome. And then number 5, measure the rise and run of the road pictured on the sign over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do this kind of like I did in the stairs. Actually, this probably will do just fine. If I make this bigger, here's a snip tool. Well, I guess I can't make it bigger. I don't know if I can zoom in this thing. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You know what? This is good enough. I'm going to be completely ghetto. We're going to create a custom pen. What color should we make it? Let's make it bright red. That should definitely, yeah. Okay, good. And I'm going to call that rise 1. 1. And then what I have to do is I have to figure out how many this run is. Well, if you look at this rise, if you were to lay that down at 45, it looks like it would land directly in the middle of this. So it looks to me, at a rough estimate, there's 1 rise for 2 runs. If this is going a little bit quick, rewatch the last video from this homework, or from the topic, and you'll see this is exactly what I did with paper on the stairs at COCC. So it's a rise of 1 over 2. Well, that's actually a 50% grade. 1 divided by 2 is 50%, 0.5, which is very steep. Much steeper, of course, than that actual road is. The road says 6%. That's definitely not 6%. That's more like 50%. And as one of you kind of humorously but also awesomely said in your homework, that truck's in trouble. Indeed, that truck is in trouble. So pretty straightforward, I think, for this one. Grade's a fun topic. We'll look more at it next time.